One of fashion's main jobs is to reflect and embrace the zeitgeist. And today, more and more, the industry's waking up to the importance of acknowledging the full range of human experience, both in clothes and messaging. Inclusion, finally, is in fashion, and it's taking many exciting forms. But always, it starts with someone determined to change things. Historically, fashion has shunned disability, and that includes amputees.
It's still taboo, and that's clear in a number of ways. Firstly, people don't always know how to behave when they're faced with someone who's disabled. And there's also a sort of fear, because the less we talk about these things, the less we know. And some people think that means they're somehow protected. Except that disability affects all of us one day or another. If it's not right now, then it will happen when we get older. But almost all of us will experience it at some point.
The Hôtel des Invalides is a military hospital that treats soldiers and civilians alike, a fitting backdrop for this special fashion show organised by the Phoenix charity, which fights for the celebration of difference.
It's never been taboo for me, and that was a personal choice. I've got a complex medical history, bone cancer, which then came back, various pains, tumors, bone problems, I've had it all. I don't have any complexes anymore, but for most people who lose a limb, it's very hard to deal with.
Femininity, seduction, fashion. When you wear a prosthesis, how do you live it on a daily basis?
It's not always easy, and it can be a real struggle to maintain that feeling of femininity, that self-esteem.
Staying feminine, what does it mean?
It means being seen as a woman, and not simply as someone with a disability. Being seen as a woman. I'm not disabled, I'm a woman.
Sometimes it's a chance encounter that leads to greater inclusion. One day, 15 years ago, an anthropologist got talking to a group of migrants. She soon learned that they were very rarely able to get jobs they'd been qualified for in their home countries, instead being sent off into sectors like construction and hospitality. She went on to set up La Fabrique Nomade, an organisation that allows migrants with experience in fashion to keep doing what they love.
In their home countries, they were already working in textiles or fashion, but often the way they worked or the methods they used back home are completely different to the way things work here. That's why they need help to learn about how everything operates. They need to be able to respond to the demands of the market.
A capsule collection of cooking aprons and bandanas is the result of a recent collaboration between La Fabrique Nomade, underwear brand Le Slip Français, and designer Agnes B. Revenue goes directly towards funding professional training for migrants.
Think about training and recruitment in the textile industry. Workshops are dealing with loads of requests, from the big players to smaller labels like us. Everyone wants their products to be produced locally, but the capacity isn't there. So it made a lot of sense to take these people who've already got experience and knowledge and to help them find work in these textile workshops that we work with. And it makes sense for the workshops because by training people internally, they're better able to meet the demand in the French market.
As soon as I learned about this project with Fabrique Nomade, I wanted to be part of it. It's exactly the sort of thing that interests me. I think there's talent to be found across the world, and I think that men and women have that need to express themselves within their own culture, their own traditions, their savoir-faire. We have a French savoir-faire. We love clothes, we love fabric, we love designing. And we also make great glasses, shoes, bags, ties. We do everything well here in France.
This design duo is Victoria Tomas, a couple on stage as well as off. They're outspoken advocates of eco-responsibility and also the importance of artistic collaboration.
The way we've cast this show is really special for us. It's close to our hearts.
This season, both of our mums are going to be walking in our show. We wanted more diversity in our casting, but we wanted that diversity to look natural. And asking our mums to take part was an obvious call because they wear a lot of our clothes in their daily lives. And we wanted to see that transposed to the runway. Our clothes aren't just for models. These are real clothes for real people, of all ages and body shapes. Tomas's grandma wears our clothes. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to take to the runway today. But our clothes really are for everyone.
How do you feel in your daughter's clothes?
At the start, I couldn't wear the tiny sizes she made. But recently, they've been making their clothes in larger sizes. And it's great on me. I love it. I love it. It really suits me. I feel great in it.
I guess you're proud.
Of course, sure. Wrote about Son and Victoria. It's like it's team. For me, it's
really
important
rare.
Stay together.
Yeah. So
Also like model, also like mom.
Possibly not the most objective appraisal, but there's no denying that making fashion intergenerational is another important piece of the inclusion puzzle.
Because a new page of history gets written every day. Because breaking news can't wait. Information everywhere. In all situations. On every subject. Understanding the world. Imagining the world. France 24. A different take on the news.
Liberté, égalité, actualité.